Number 21 is find the equation of the line tangent to the graph of f of x is equal to x squared minus 5 at x equals 4. Well, let's draw the graph first. I didn't leave enough room there. Okay, so what does x squared minus 5 look like? It's a parabola opening up with a y-intercept at minus 5. So it opens up like this. And at x equals 4, well, let's see, what's f of 4? It's equal to 4 squared minus 5, which is 16 minus 5, which is 11. Okay, so here's x equals 4, and that height is supposed to be about 11. And how do we find the equation of the line? Well, we definitely need a slope. And so we were looking for the equation of the line, and whatever form you want to put this this equation in, we definitely want to find a slope. And the slope of a line tangent is the instantaneous rate of change. And that, from our earlier problems, was the limit as h goes to 0 of our function of x, or we're looking at 4, right? 4 plus h minus f of 4 divided by h. We want to take the limit of this expression right here as h goes to 0. That will give us, this will give us the slope of the tangent. And you're going to say, okay, what's the big deal? Like, give me the next step, Mr. Steiner, because even if I have the slope of the tangent, right, what good would that give me? Well, if we have the slope and we have a point on the line tangent to the graph, oh, look at that. The slope of the line tangent to the graph at 411 must go through 411. So we'd have the slope and a point. And from that, we can find the equation for the tangent line. Brilliant. Okay, so let's do this. So what's f of 4 plus h? That's going to be the only doozy, I think. We take the function evaluated at 4 plus h. So let's find this here. Limit as h goes to 0 of, what's the function of 4 plus h? Well, what does the function do to anything? It squares it and subtracts 5. So let's square 4 plus h and subtract 5. So that is what I just did to it there. And what's the function evaluated at 4? Well, you already figured that out. That's 11. And it's that all divided by h. Next step, you FOIL this. Oh my gosh, you can already see stuff canceling. Limit as h goes to 0. How do you FOIL this? It's 16, right? That's 4 squared plus 8h plus h squared. And I'm going to combine these two terms right here, minus 5 and minus 11, to be minus 16. Really? Over h. Well, you should take great pleasure in crossing these 16s out, and we're left with the limit as h goes to 0 of 8h plus h squared over h. If you can hear it, the numerator is screaming, factor an h out, because when you take the limit as h approaches 0 of this, we're going to see some cancellation. Let's factor in h out. H times 8 plus h divided by h. Again, should take great pleasure. Let's do this in yellow, crossing these h's out. Now we can just use substitution. This at h equals 0, there's our h. This limit as h approaches 0 of 8 plus h equals 8. So now we have our slope. That kind of makes sense. It's a positive slope and it's pretty steep. So there is our slope. And now, well, that's a terrible tangent line, but so does it make sense that the rise over run of this tangent line is 8 over 1? Hell yeah. So now we can just use the, I don't know, is it called point slope? Which is over here. Let's put this over. I'll put it on here. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And this makes sense because the definition of slope is the change in y over the change in x, which is equal to y minus y1, right? The change in y over x. So this should just lead right to that algebraically. So let's write it down. We'll write it right where the answer is supposed to be. Y minus, and y, oh yeah, x1 comma y1 is just a point on the line. So y minus y1, well, let's use that point. Y minus 11 is equal to 8 times x minus 4. Done. Let's get cocky and circle this in cyan. There's our answer. And you could put this in y equals mx plus p form, or put it in the standard form, but that's the answer. All right. That's a long video for one problem, but let me go on to the next one now.